Welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. My name's Lisa and I'm here to help you unlock the secrets to a happier, more confident and more fulfilling life. In the first 99 episodes, we explored not just practical tools that can elevate your mindset and your life, but also delved into the spiritual aspects like the power of crystals, universal laws and energy healing. Whether you're new or returning, let's continue this inspiring journey of growth and self-discovery together. Welcome back to Love in Life. Have you ever made a promise to yourself like, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, I'm going to walk every morning, I'm going to keep the house tidy, only to find that a week later you've realised you've let it slide and didn't even notice? I'm the same. I absolutely answer yes to that. And to be honest with you, I don't know many people who wouldn't. But today we are going to talk about accountability and how accountability can help you really stick to those habits in a gentle but powerful way. Now, before we get going on this week's episode, I just want to say a massive thank you to those of you who have reached out this week and sent me your well wishes. I have had to go back to the dentist again because the hole is just not healing. No idea why. I am feeling much better in myself. I'm able to eat better. But yeah, he's had to pack it in again. Hopefully that'll be the last time I go back. But I just want to say a massive thank you to anybody who's reached out. It really means so much. I also want to say a massive shout out to those of you in Texas. I know I've already given you a shout out, but last week you were the place with the highest amount of downloads. So it just means so much as well, because I know that a lot of people in your state have been going through some terrible shit in the last couple of weeks. So if you do know anybody who is affected by it, then please know that I am passing on so much love to you all. The last thing I wanted to mention before we get going with today's episode is this week is the last week that you will be able to download my chakra guide for free. I said it ages ago that it's not going to be on there much longer, and I keep forgetting to warn you that I'm going to take it down. I don't want to just take it down without warning, but this week is the last week that you'll be able to download it. So if you want it for free, make sure you download it this week. If not, it will be available for a small charge shortly after. Okay, so accountability. I wanted to make this episode because I know from personal experience how I get so much more done. I stick to so much more when I'm held accountable. And there are so many different ways that you can be held accountable. But recently I added accountability calls to my membership. Now, I wanted to do that for the members, but I also wanted to do it for myself as well. I went to that first accountability call with an idea of what I wanted to be held accountable for that week, which was to take my supplements. I take a lot of supplements because I am vegan and I'm also perimenopausal. So I do take a lot of supplements, and I am a nightmare for remembering to take them consistently. I'll take them for a week and I'll think, oh, smashed it, I'm really good at taking these. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I didn't take it today. Oh, it's fine, I'll do it in the morning. That is no good. I want to be consistent with that. So that was what I came to the accountability call with, that I wanted to be held accountable for. And would you believe it? Every single day since then, I've taken them at 7 o'clock every day. Probably not 7 o'clock. My alarm goes off to remind me at 7 o'clock. Because I know that I'll always be in the kitchen at that time because that's when I'm cooking dinner. But even if I don't take them straight away, then when I'm tidying up the kitchen at the end of the day, then before I go to bed, I will always take them. So yeah, that was 3 weeks ago now. And I've remembered to take them every single day without missing one day. So I'm really chuffed about that. So that's why I wanted to do this episode today, just to get across the power of accountability. Now, don't just take my word for it. There is solid scientific research that supports how accountability helps you to improve your habits. I'm just going to go through a few of these just to cement what I'm saying. So the first one was a study in the Dominican University of California, and they took a group of participants. These participants were split into different groups of varying levels of goal setting and accountability. Now, the group that wrote down their goals and sent weekly updates to a friend had a 76% success rate. And in contrast, those who just thought about their goals only had a 43% success rate, which is still quite good. That's still quite a good amount. But basically, accountability almost doubled the success rate of those goals being achieved. The other one I wanted to mention was a study by the American Society of Training and Development. And this one says that people are 65% likely to meet a goal if they commit to someone, which is kind of similar to the one I just addressed, slightly less, but we'll go with it. But if they set up a specific accountability appointment, so with a coach or even with a friend, make an appointment to check in, that number jumps to 95%. And for me, that is like, wow, this is just going that one step further. You're not just checking in with a friend here. It's like double accountability, isn't it? You're holding yourself accountable for checking in. So the key message from that study was that scheduled accountability massively increases your chances of success, of forming a habit, of achieving a goal. So that's the key here, is scheduled appointment. Here, I just wanted to outline some common things that people tend to do better when they have got accountability. So things to do with your health and wellness. So exercise routines. People are more likely to stick to workouts when they've got a gym buddy, when they've got a personal trainer, when they have got a check-in group. If you are looking to eat healthier, having to report back to someone makes it easier to stick to not having snacks because you are reporting to somebody, you are checking in with somebody. Drinking more water, a simple daily check-in with a tracker or an app can improve consistency. However, I will say, personally, I just wouldn't update the app. That doesn't necessarily work for me. What does work for me is, those bottles that you get with the lines on that tells you how much you should drink in an hour. That works for me. And I guess this is one of my points here, is there are so many different ways to hold yourself accountable. Okay, under the mindfulness and self-care section, if you are trying to create a habit of daily meditation, apps, reminders on your phone, accountability buddy, it helps people to stick to it, especially when it feels like a chore. Obviously, I've done an episode on that not so long ago. Gratitude journaling. People are more likely to reflect daily when they have committed to share it or log it somewhere. So if you've got a gratitude journal that you put the date in, when you see, I do this myself, when you see a date has been missed, you don't want to do that again. It makes me not want to miss a day again. Do you know what I mean? Like when I see that a day has been skipped, I make myself feel really bad about it, which is probably not the best approach. But sharing it, if you share something on social media, for example, that helps you commit to it and stick to it. When we do the magic, we check in on a Facebook group, and that helps to keep you accountable. If you wanted to go to bed earlier, have an earlier night, just having somebody check in with you. Did you go to bed at 11 o'clock like you said you were going to? Can help stop the scroll that many of us find ourselves in before it's bedtime. When it comes to mindset and emotional habits, like speaking kindly to yourself or using affirmations, when a group or a coach encourages it, you are more likely to be aware of your self-talk. If we don't have that accountability, we so easily fall into the trap of negative self-talk, and we don't even realise we're doing it. Hey, just a quick moment whilst I've got you. If you're enjoying this episode, don't forget to grab your free Positivity Reset Map. It's a quick, beautiful guide I created with affirmations and journaling prompts to help you feel more in flow day by day. And if you love that little reset, you'll probably love the membership too. It's where we go deeper with chakra themes, support, and gentle accountability to keep you feeling aligned. You'll find everything linked in the show notes. Noticing and shifting your limiting beliefs. Again, like regular check-ins with a coach or a group of similar-minded people can help you catch that thought loop and reinforce new beliefs. Celebrating wins instead of just focusing on what's next. Accountability can help create space to reflect and acknowledge growth. And of course, we know that celebrating your wins helps you attract more of that. But if you don't have a space for accountability, then are you as likely to share your wins? When it comes to following a morning or evening routine, it's so much easier to stay on track when you are sharing your progress with somebody. So maybe a work colleague or maybe your partner. Taking action on goals rather than just dreaming about them. Having somebody to check in with can be the difference between planning and doing. And then everyday life habits, tidying the house. There is actually something called body doubling, and this is an ADHD strategy that I know a coach who does this. Like, she will buddy with people. She will be on a call with somebody and they get on with their work or their housework or whatever it is they want to do. But just knowing that there is somebody there helps them stick to it rather than getting distracted with other things. Managing your finances, whether you are budgeting or saving, people are more likely to follow through when they've set a goal with a partner or a coach. And if you are looking to limit your screen time, having one of those app blockers or having time limits set up in the social media apps you use, or even on your phone, having that reminder coming up helps you reduce the doom scroll. I'd love to know which one of these habits have you tried to do on your own and found yourself slipping, but got right back on track the moment somebody else was involved. I'd love you to come over to my Facebook group and let me know what it is that you want to be held accountable for. Let me know what you find it really hard to stick to. Or let me know if you have an example of a time when you have used accountability as a tool to get things done. Of course, you are welcome to come over and join my membership, where we now do accountability calls every Monday. But you've also got access to all the group sessions that I do, all the meditations and subliminals that go with that. And of course, the group sessions themselves are coaching sessions in their own right. But they also include meditation and a lovely bit of Reiki. There's no minimum commitment. You could literally come over and see how you get on for a month. I would love to welcome you. Okay, I just want to take you through a really quick visualization just to anchor in that supportive feeling of accountability. So I want you to just quickly think of something, like maybe there was something in that list of things that I read out earlier. Think of something that you'd love to stick to. And just take a moment to get yourself comfortable if you're sat down. If you're not, don't worry. Gently close your eyes if it's safe to do so. If you're driving or walking or, holding a sharp knife, don't close your eyes, obviously. But take a slow, deep breath in and out. Just let your shoulders drop. Soften your jaw. Feel the weight of your body supported beneath you. So if you're sat down, feel the weight of the chair. If you're stood up, feel the support of the ground beneath your feet. And if you're resting your head on a pillow, notice how heavy your head feels under that lovely soft pillow. Now imagine walking on a path. That path is clear ahead of you. This is the path of the version of yourself who follows through. The one who shows up for herself. She gently keeps the promises she makes. You see her walking forward, calm, steady, focused, and beside her, someone is walking with her. A guide, a coach, a friend, or maybe just her higher self. Someone who sees her potential and lovingly holds her to it. This support doesn't feel heavy or pushy. It feels light, uplifting, encouraging, like a hand on your back, gently reminding you that you've got this. Breathe into that feeling of support, self-trust, quiet confidence. Let that settle into your body. And when you're ready, take one more deep breath, coming back to the space around you. Hopefully feeling excited and inspired to find an accountability buddy in whatever way that is, for whatever it is you want to stick to. There are so many different ways. Like I said, whether that is a coach, whether that is a friend, whether that is an app or a reminder on your phone, and just going back to that study that said scheduled accountability appointments increase your chance of success to 95%. 95%. That is wild. Don't just have things in your head. Hold yourself accountable by speaking them out loud to somebody. Okay, I hope this has helped today. I look forward to welcoming you over in my membership if you decide that that is a great form of accountability for you. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Anyway, I'm going to see you next week and I'll speak to you then. Have a great week, everyone. Bye. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Your feedback helps me reach more amazing people like you, and it means the world to me. And don't forget, you're always welcome to come over to my Facebook group and share what you loved about this episode. Until next time, enjoy the journey and keep loving life.